What's up, YouTube? Today, we're going to be looking at all of my fixed blades that I plan on kind of keeping out. Because I have a small duffel bag from Recycled Firefighter that is full of the Ontario Spec Plus that I plan on putting away. But now actually that I look at this giant pile of knives right by me, I'm reconsidering how few I am putting away. Gilly's Customs, friend of the show, not drinking a beer on New Year's because I just have a lot to do. And beyond that, sorry, I touched it. I don't really feel like celebrating right now. I feel like this whole, we're going to celebrate, things are great. I don't know. I think 2025 is going to be rough, is what I'm saying. For America, so. And I live in America, as in the United States of America. Anyway, we're going to start. This is in no particular order. It's a drop forged K-bar. Would make a nice little EDC blade if I ever carried it. Maybe I will someday. What do we got next? We're going to do two at once. The K-bar TDIs. Very nice little guys. I am going to carry these more this year. Probably in a small of the back style carry. Simply because my non-dominant hand is either going to have can of mace in it, or I'm going to be gouging or grabbing or doing something. We'll stick with the little guys for a second. I'm going to grab a handful. This, like many of my videos, is impromptu. I do realize, I got a comment yesterday, and totally valid. It was an old video. Somebody was like, this isn't even in frame. It's like, I know, man. I got you. So, this is from Shadow Tech. It is, I think, well, it's gone now, but was kind of a sleeper brand. Made in America, 1095, heat treated in small batches. This is kind of a sharpened pry bar, tongue in cheek, but I do think that this would suffice in many situations. And even the hardware is made in America. Moving right along. This is from, I forget, right before I started this, I was like, do I remember? I think it's Etowah Valley Knives. It has a little bit of corrosion right there. Oh my. Not really enough. I think I just scratched it off with my thumb. I will set this aside though as a reminder. This is from County Com. Got the super bright glow in the dark stuff. D2. It is rather thin though, which I use this in a few of them to go out and do some renegade agricultural stuff, removing these vines that aren't native. This is also from Etowah Valley Knives. I'm pretty sure that's it. This is the River Rat. Super nice. This dude's work was so good. He's not doing it anymore. Maybe he's doing it on a smaller scale, and it's all in person. I think that happens way more than people think. A very good knife company. This is the Mustang. I'm going to keep going. This is the Bradford Warney that they have, an M390. Very nice. This is from Shadow Tech. This is purely defensive. It has been sharpened though. I mean, this thing will cut you, and it is ready to go. It's ready to be thrust into and around someone or something. I would say it's an appendix carry simply because putting it behind you, which you can do even in this setup, it just kind of makes getting in and out of vehicles extra hard. This is a Bradford Guardian, just a normal guy, an AEBL. I snapped the tip off being a dum-dum and then had a local knife shop sharpen it right back up for me. Good as new, can't even tell. Another Shadow Tech piece. This is a Warnie that has a sharpened top. So yeah, you would, this thing is gonna be very capable as a defensive blade. We are moving into the larger blades now, although we still have a good amount of smaller ones. We've got this piece from Lion Steel. It's not carbon, it's just sticky stuff. That's funny. With the G10 super grippy handles, this is from, oh man, I forget where this is from. It's from, I think it's Ohio Kydex. I'm not sure though. This is an amazing piece that is from J. Martini out of Finland. I'm butchering that. I've used this a good amount. It's just super, it's a small blade-ish, but it's extremely capable. You can do anything with this. That's why I still have it. I have an extra one too. It's in the bag, didn't put up. I'm gonna have to, I don't know, man, I don't know. These are the things that, like, this is honestly why I have a channel. So, because I don't think people really understand the turmoil that some of us have when, you know, oh, this needs a little attention. When it's time to do something and it's like, oh man, this little spot right there, you see it. We'll be setting this aside. But this is bait, and it sits so high up that it doesn't bug you at all on your belt. Sits high up, and it's super easy to pull out like this. And all of a sudden, it's like, what's up? This is a defensive blade now. I think it's the Timberwolf. Could be wrong. I don't know. Oh, need to set that aside. My bad. All right, we have here this would be the Marine Combat Knife, the SP1 from Ontario. Still has all of the black stuff. And while I'm tempted to get out my heat gun and make these grip even more, I think it might be a mistake, honestly. Oops. All right, continuing. We have an SP54, which is a little baby dagger. That cost me, I think, around $60. Not very much. Hang on, this thing is shaking for some reason. Very nice. I don't know why this thing is shaking. I was so close to buying another one of these the other day and just throwing this away because it doesn't want to work correctly. Anyway, then we've got the, I believe it's the, I think this one had edge damage or something. I should have that guy look into it, the parachutist. I should have my knife sharpening amigo have a crack at it. I'll leave that out actually. Then this is the SP41, which is a single-sided sort of drop point. This is probably just a more carryable version of the other, the one that is a dagger. Whoops. All right, let me grab another batch of the knives. I know some people watching. If this is your first time on the channel, excuse me, you have to be like, why does he think this is a small amount of fixed blades? Because there's something wrong with me. I don't know why. So this is a K-bar, a little baby Tonto. I like the little baby knives like this, even though it's a big knife. Just because they're, especially this one, super small footprint, but huge bang for your buck. Speaking of buck, this is the Buck 119 in 3V that has the drop point blade. Never been used. I don't think I've carried it. This is the Buck 120, I believe. S35VN. I believe this is the knife on Scream. That's how a lot of civilians know it. People like will expect you to know it. I don't know why. Especially when you consider the legacy of the Buck knife brand and that knife in particular compared to like the jerk-off Scream movies. This doesn't make any sense. So this is a 119 in Magna Cut. I have two 119s. This has a clip. You can see there it's in the darling, the steel that is everyone's darling now. Made by Lawrence Thomas. Knife Steel Nerds, I think. I got that a little bit wrong. Forgive me, I don't know everyone's CV. So this is the, hang on, 102. Very small and dainty looking knife compared to the rest, but not really so much. I mean, the tip is much more robust than it used to be simply because I broke it off the tip, being a dumbass, you know, and then I sharpened it up. That's another one I should take, and I don't know though, just because like, yeah, I should. That would be $10 well spent. Leave that out. This is from Black the Bolito. I don't know now. Brissa. This is their Kep art. It's in 1080, I believe. Pretty simple, nice handle, nice sheath. I haven't used this a lot, but I would without hesitation. It's just pretty good to go. And we've got from Brissa a Nessmuck made of 1080 or 1085. Forget what the handle scales are. Hey, look at that Scandi. It's super nice. That's the only Nessmuck I own. And also the only Kep art I own. I have two of these. This is the only one that's been carried by myself. The Ontario Spec Plus Broad Point. Basically a small snatch it. Super awesome. Can't say enough good things. I love that knife. Got two of them. I would get another one if it... See, now they're all worth over $100. So it's like, for me to shore up what I think, is a deficiency, even though it's probably not. I only have one of this awesome, these awesome indestructible knives. What am I going to do? I only have one. All right, this is a Quartermaster. Forgot who I bought this from. Or the sheath anyway. I have two Quartermasters. The other one has a fuller and looks nicer. And this is probably 1070 steel, which is fine with me. I get, obviously I'm fine with the super steels. I just trotted a couple out. More than a couple, like a handful. But here's the deal. You don't always need that. And this is 1070. This is an Ontario, basically marine fighting knife. And I would rather have it in 1070 or 1085 or 1080. Just because I want that toughness. And I want like a high, I want it to be ductile. I don't know if ductility is the right word, but I want to be able, if it gets bent, I can take a hammer, say if I'm like in a combat situation. I'm a former Marine, by the way. That's why that guy, I got so much stuff with Marine, the Marine Corps logo. This is another SP1. This one is just in... Because for a minute, you could get the SP1 shipped for $26. This was before the bottom fell out when the factory closed. Some nice sheath. And then for this guy, I believe, oh yeah, this would be the Old Hickory knife. I believe I have another Old Hickory knife somewhere. Huh, I'm not sure where though now. I've got it in this big, awesome thing. And I think this is a great knife. It's too bad that Ontario/Old Hickory went under, but that's just the way of the world. And then this is the Buck 124 and 420 high carbon. This thing is it's like, it reminds me of like The Sting from, not really the movies, more like the books. When you were using your imagination as a kid, like what would this giant knife look like? Super awesome. Some people expect this knife to like you can do anything with it and it won't break. I don't believe that of knives. I don't think a knife can do anything and it not break. I think that you're courting disaster by doing ridiculous things with them. I've snapped off, just in this little batch of knives, 2 of the tips and had one reprofiled. I'll have to have the other one reprofiled as well. But in any event, that's about all she wrote for this one. Thanks for sticking with me to the end. Hope you folks have a good rest of your day. Happy New Year, by the way. Bye.